Hi, I'm Sam. I'm one of Gayle Jordan's 4 children, and today I'd like to talk to you about Gayle's intellect and commitment to education. I'm not in a studio. The Tennessee flag hangs proudly on the wall in my bedroom. In today's political climate, it's easy to get caught up in trivial, unsubstantial squabbling. It's not a matter of what the issue is, it's how well it's drowned out by publicity stunts and bad information. I would discourage every one of you to take these things at face value and be your own fact-checkers and investigators. As a researcher at Yale University, this principle is very near and dear to my heart, as it is to Gayle's. She has consistently rejected the status quo in favor of rational, intelligent solutions to some of our greatest problems. While I am an ecologist and not an economist, I can see the logic behind increasing funding for Tennessee's educational system. Your political ideologies aside, can any of you listeners really be proud of the fact that Tennessee consistently ranks as one of the lowest states for per-student funding? The National Assessment of Academic Progress is a federally funded study that quantifies the relationship between funding and student success. You'll never guess what they found. Students in states that have higher funding have higher rates of achievement, and students in states that have lower funding have higher rates of poverty. What side of history do you want to be on? The side that kicked and screamed and cried for cuts to any and all forms of government spending? Or perhaps you would rather be remembered as someone who stood up for those too young to be champions for their own future. I attended the University of Tennessee for my undergraduate. Go Vols. It was both my mother's consistent and persistent reminders that I complete my homework assignments and the quality of the educators that inspired me to learn and achieve along the way. When I was awarded a fully funded graduate fellowship to pursue my current research, I took the time to write thank you notes to high school teachers and mentors that I had in the public school system. I was only able to achieve because of them. Do you have children? Do you want them to succeed? Do you worry about their future? There is a really easy solution to these concerns. It's called a quality education. Overwhelmingly, evidence supports higher quality of life associated with better education. And currently, a good education is a very hard thing to get in the great state of Tennessee. The state needs leadership that will take a stand for education, leaders like my dear mother Gayle. I'll leave you with an example of how much Gayle values education. After Gayle spent years as a caring, loving mother of 4, she took it upon herself to advance her own education. She had the motivation and work ethic to put herself through 3 years of online law school. She graduated with honors and passed the bar exam on her first try. That intelligence, commitment, and aptitude are the sorts of things that I look for in my leadership, and I hope you do too. Gayle has as much compassion as she does intellect, and as much integrity as she does resolve. If you really want what is best for your community and your state, you should vote for Gayle this November and encourage your friends and family to do the same. Thank you for listening.